Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. I am thrilled to be joined by Jennifer Billow, the Associate Director of the Park City Education Foundation. Good morning, Jennifer.
I've always had rescue dogs.
Thank you for being here. Now, for people who may not know exactly what the Education Foundation is in Park City, give us a little bit of a summary of what you provide the community.
Sure. So the Ed Foundation, we raise funding to go beyond what public education provides. So for instance, this year we're funding almost 100 different programs at the cost of about $1.5 million. And it's things that you might not expect, you would expect them to be in your school. So for instance, art in the elementary schools, we fund the art specialists. Or we give a ton of support to the music department. I think a lot of people know Park City has this amazing music program.
Phenomenal
yes. The author in residence. So when we bring in a nationally known author for the high school, and all the high school kids read the book, and then they get to hear from the author. So we provide support for that program. Or preschool. So preschools, as we're learning, is really important to give all kids a perfect, great start to school, and it helps them succeed the whole rest of the way through.
I was going to say that can affect their academic career indefinitely.
Well, it does. I mean, even lifelong earnings, you know, because kids who go to preschool and are ready to start kindergarten tend to do better all the way through. They tend to go to college, and then they tend to, of course, earn more. So we are really proud of that. I think a lot of people know that Utah has low per pupil funding from our taxes. Maybe people don't know it's the lowest in the country.
It's the lowest in the country.
Yes.
Yes.
So we're like 51st, maybe even 52nd. I think possibly Puerto Rico has more per pupil funding than we do. So we really try to go beyond what is
So
provided.
the Education Foundation, you fill in the gaps.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people, like you said, art programs in their elementary schools, things that you would just assume are part of the curriculum, that's thanks to the Ed Foundation.
Exactly.
And it goes all the way up to college preparatory, to STEM programs.
Yes.
I mean, this is from preschool through I am going to college, maybe first generation.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So first generation is a big initiative of ours. We just started Bright Futures with several awesome partners, including the Park City Community Foundation, which is helping 10th graders get together and be mentored all the way through graduating from college that are first generation students, because they don't have the background. I mean, my kids, we've been to college campuses, they understand, they've been to camps.
Them fill out the application.
Exactly. The whole bit, they know that, you know, the professors are there to help them for free, or they know that you get food in the dining commons. I mean, just simple things like that these kids don't have that kind of parental background to help them with. So that's been a great initiative, as well as, you know, we provide funding for all the academic clubs if they go to get to national competitions, so debate or HOSA, health, occupational safety, the ethics team. If they do well at the state level, which they typically do, and go on to the national level, it's very expensive, those travel expenses, especially for the teacher. So we provide funding to help cover those expenses as well.
So students are never held back due to financial obligations.
We try.
You try very, very well,
yes.
and you succeed quite frequently. And I want to talk about a few of these successful programs.
Sure.
The first up is the after-school program.
Yes. So the after-school program, that has been an exciting initiative for us for a long time. So about 10 years ago, there were no after-school programs, and there was a dire need for one. A community survey came back saying we really need kind of a safe and extended day learning for a lot of our students. So we funded a pilot at McPolin in 2007, 2008. It was an extended day of learning, as well as a safe place for kids to go. A lot of parents, you know, both parents work, they weren't at home. And it has proven to be pretty successful. McPolin, at that time and those standards, had been a failing school, and then No Child Left Behind. And then after, I think, 2 or 3 years of the after-school program, they were one of the top Title I schools in the state. So it definitely made a difference. And then in 2011, that model expanded to all 4 elementary schools. And then this year, what had happened is there was sort of this academic extended day learning after school, and then there was another kind of fun enrichment after school. Those programs combined this year, so there's just one after school program at all of them. And there's extended day learning, you know, there's a snack, and then so there's also enrichment. So the high school robotics kids, for instance, go over to McPolin on Mondays and teach robotics. Yes, robotics.
Robotics, elementary school kids. And I think that after school window, it's such an important time when things can take very different directions.
Yes.
You know, it's an easy time to get into into trouble. So to have those older student mentors, to have a little structure,
absolutely,
is again going to affect not just that few hours that they're there, but throughout their whole day in their academic career.
Totally.
These are long-term goals.
Yes, and they see these kids, the LIA kids will go over to the schools and help, and they see these kids, these kind of role models in high school doing these great things. So it's been really a fun thing to see and fun to watch grow. A lot of community partners help, a lot of the other nonprofits. So Summit Land Conservancy will take the kids out on a field trip, or there's Ninja Kids at Parley's Park. So there's kids and a parent volunteering to teach Taekwondo.
Yes, I love Park City. Everybody really works together for the greater good, especially of the kids in the community.
Yes.
So talking of partners that support the Ed Foundation, Westgate Resort is a huge supporter, and you have a fun Thanksgiving.
Yes. So they had this super crazy idea of giving 100 Thanksgiving meals to 100 families in their home. So it would be easy for them to, you know, set aside the banquet center and say, everyone come here. They really wanted to give people the opportunity to have a nice Thanksgiving in their home. So they asked other hotels if they would provide meals as well. So there's 10 hotels providing 10 meals each. And then our Men for Ed branch, which is sort of our dads, champions of the underfunded, that branch, and they do a lot of volunteering.
They do the heavy lifting.
They do that, and literally they are volunteering to bring these heavy meals to the 100 families on Thanksgiving Day.
That's wonderful, and to have it in their own home, it's a very different experience. It's empowering, it's respectful.
Yes.
I think that's a perfect addition.
Yes.
And finally, one of the first Park City Education Foundation, if not the first, were the teacher grants.
Teacher grants, totally. So this is our 30th anniversary. I think we've been on talking about that before. This year is our 30th anniversary, and teacher grants are the heart of the Ed Foundation. So we have a big push for innovation in the classroom, and the teachers know best the ideas that their students need and what will help them. So teacher grants have been a program almost from the beginning, and basically ideas bubble up and teachers ask for funding to fund different things in their classroom. It can be a small grant. We get a lot of $250, $500 grants, to a larger grant, and those were due October 31st, and then tomorrow the teacher grant committee meets to go through all those requests. And it's super exciting. It's so fun to see what the teachers come up with. They're so creative. And even if it's something that maybe isn't completely innovative, they put a new twist on it. And so then we'll fund it. So we have a big day tomorrow. We got about $250,000 in asks. We have $75,000 for teacher grants.
So there needs to be some weeding out.
There will be some weeding out. What's great about that, though, once the teachers write the grants, if it doesn't quite fit our criteria or it's more than we have, we can go to other partners, including the school district, and say, hey, you know, like last year we had a ton of asks for books. You know, that's not technically innovative, but then the district said, oh, you know what, we have funding for that.
We can help.
Right.
So it's Park City. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together.
Totally.
Well, you sounds like you have a very big day ahead of you, and I can't wait to see what these teacher grants are going to lead to.
It's exciting.
It's very exciting. All right, Jennifer, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And I know we'll have you on soon, and I can't thank you as a parent with 2 little ones in the school. Thank you for all the Ed Foundation does.
Well, we thank all the community partners.
Absolutely. All right, if you want to support the Park City Education Foundation, please visit their website. There is a place to donate. You can find out how you can get more involved in the bright future of our Park City children. This is the Mountain Morning Show. We're going to take a quick break and be back with Dr. Ember Conley, Superintendent of School District, right after this.